Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Jared Tries Trading. What's good, my family? It's 1:39 p.m., March 30th. I think it's Wednesday. Hope you guys are keeping it green out there. I'm going to run through the trades I took today, what we were looking at today, and we have one more day in the month, and let's see how we're going to finish it out. Here's my results from today. Kind of boo-boo. I had some really decent profits. Was halfway to my daily goal just off these two trades in the morning. But it was really a mistake just because we were putting together a bearish day and all I was taking was longs. So definitely could have been worse though. 5 trades. That's kind of where I want to be. I could have cut this ASOLO trade earlier. Walmart, I could have let it run. So a few misplays, but we kept these losses to a minimum and we still came out green. Obviously, the 50% win rate is not what we want, but with taking such little trades, I mean, it happens. Our profit factor is still above 1. We want it to be at 2. So still a positive day. Let's get into the market. Had a big gap up yesterday, finished on a hammer, but we're getting kind of extended here. So many green days in a row. Kind of need some consolidation or a pullback, and today was that. Now, is this going to consolidate for the next few days? Who knows? Like, if you look back here, finished with a hammer, consolidated for a few days. Up here, consolidated for a few days. Up here, just gapped down. So, obviously, whatever happens in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but it's a possible outcome. As we've been saying, it's best just to be nimble. Treat everything like a day trade. Take your profits and get out, and try not to swing. You know what I mean? There was only 4 trades this month, or 2 weeks ago, that really destroyed my month. And that's just swinging at the wrong time. So on the M5, really didn't do nothing. I mean, this downward trend is not strong. Chopped around, nothing happening. Even over here. Like, the bars were just all mixed and not really stacked, so bunch of low volume kind of crap and chop. But stocks did show themselves, and I traded them. I feel like I had good picks, but I was on the wrong side of the market for my losses, so it's always market first. LAC. This was my biggest trade of the day. Took some shares on it. I took 98 cents on each share. My entry point was 10.24. So I saw these staggering candles. I was loving it. It looked strong. SPY was like consolidating, and then it was very clear at the time that this was like up. So I wanted to hop in, waited 30 minutes after the close to start playing. And then the D1 on LAC, above all SMAs. I felt like this was a little bull flag here, broke that downward sloping trend line. Not only that, but we have this downward trend line as well that it broke. 1 OSI above 0. So I felt like it was a good pick. I think it's also materials or mining, so those stocks were doing pretty well. And I added at 11.16 after this pullback, or actually the break of this last high. I added there, and then I exited 30 minutes later, I think 11:45. So right in this green candle here, which is fine with me. I told myself, yeah, it might keep going, but at the same time, I didn't really see SPY rallying at the time, and relative strength either gives you time to get out, or you see it drifting higher. So, and it's kind of hard to distinguish the two. But on this one, I wanted to take my profits. I was happy with 3% return, $100. That's halfway to my goal. So, wanted to lock that in. Good trade, in my opinion. Obviously, I missed this big green candle, but nobody knew that was going to happen. So, then what else do we got? Neo. Kind of the same thing in the morning. Had one more leg up and then drifted down. The market was so heavy, it just pulled it down. So I'm glad I got out of it. I also got shares of this. Took 47 cents. The daily, obviously it's below all SMAs, but I liked the break of it, and that's pretty much what I was playing. Also, I like the break of that little downward sloping trend line. So kind of double resistance there. Broke through it with, really nice stack green candles. Decent volume. So I was kind of confident in the play. I got in at 10. Right here in this hammer. Added at 10:30. Right here in this consolidation or in this candle. And then I sold at 11:40 right here. A little bit after it pulled back, but that's fine. I was up like maybe 60 on it. Gave back a few bucks, $10. So happy with the Neo trade. And just those trades alone, I was up 150. And then I told myself also, I was chatting with Andreas, and I told him I'm just going to try and keep my profits now, try not to give anything back. But, things had happened. So I got into Walmart, which was another strong stock. I love the daily on it. But then the market was so heavy, man. I didn't trust any longs, really. And so I was debating myself, like, are you going to lean on the daily for this one? Or, you're going to wait for it to come back on this one? Or you're going to cut your losses short? And these are things that you got to think about in real time, you know what I mean? So it might change, when you think about it. I might do something different tomorrow, you know what I mean? So, but I did like the break of the horizontal or the downward sloping trend line, a little breakout above all SMAs. This stock was strong today, man. I could have held it, but at the time I said, let me just take my $25 loss. The market doesn't look very strong, so took my little L. Got in. I took one call option. 1202. Right here, pretty much where I thought it was at the top, right? Making new highs. And then I got out an hour later, around 1250, right here on this pop. This is right when SPY was really going to start going down. So who knew that it would maintain its relative strength and keep climbing and climbing? And I wasn't too comfortable with swinging it. So if it's strong again tomorrow, I'll trade it. You know what I mean? That's always a good thing about trading, is even if you exit and you may have been wrong, you could always get back in. Well, that's what I try to tell myself. And then ASO is really the loss that kind of messed me up. Went back to SPY. Earlier in the day, I set all these horizontal alerts because I really didn't want to trade it. But then I kind of just got impulsive, I guess, and I fucking traded it. At the time, it broke through both of these SMAs here. So that's strength to me. Finished on a hammer yesterday, and I was just hoping to close above this SMA. And then when it dropped below the, the 200 SMA, I felt like the SMA 100 was going to be support. And then once that failed, then I cut it. So I could have cut it somewhere up here, and I had the feeling that I wanted to close it, just like Walmart. I was down like $20 on it, and in hindsight, I should have closed it, but I felt like I still had support here to rely on, and obviously I didn't. So I'll wait until that one gets above my little alerts, and I'll go long on that later. So that was a kind of shitty $60 loss. Didn't really have to trade that one. Not really an A+ setup. But you know, broke this downward sloping trend line right here yesterday. So it went through a lot of, you know, resistance, and it had that big gap up too. So I felt like I was pretty bullish on it, but I was just on the wrong side of the market. And remember what I've been trying to do is, or what we all should do as noobs, on a red day, only trade to the short side. On a green day, only trade to the long side, you know. And then when you get more advanced, you could long on these pops and shorts on the, you know, short on the bounces. But for now, I just want to keep it simple, and so I went against that rule, and I paid for it with ASO. So could I have held it? Yeah, but I didn't like how it broke that. So that is where I'm at today. Oh yeah, and MP. I'm swinging this one. I only have a starter position in on it, and I still like the daily. All the way up here, break that downward sloping trend line. I think there's some other ones too. That's the 120. Broke this 60 time frame downward sloping trend line as well. It's above all SMAs. So I'm gonna wait for this one to come back around. It is small size. I got in at, let's see, at 10.16, so kind of similar to my other longs, but this one just kind of went against me. And it's unfortunate because, you know, I should have noticed this candle here. I thought it was stacking greens, and it got pushed back down by the sellers. And then I guess this red candle should have been my exit. But I believed in the daily, and I believed in the strength. So, you know, 1 OSI was way over 0. So I just held it. I think with any sort of market tailwind, this will come right back to me, and I may add to it, or I'll just get out of it. But for now, I'm leaning on the daily just because I have shares of it. I don't like how much selling came in though, but it's fine. That's why I limped in. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm working on as well. Just putting starter positions in there, and then adding to it later on. You know, instead of going full size and then it goes against me, and then there's nothing I can do. Like, I can't add more. You know. So that's the only one I'm swinging. Small green day. At least I'm happy to keep it green. I gotta remember, man, like, sometimes I'm disappointed when I'm not, you know, making $100 or like at least $200, you know, because obviously I need to pay bills as well. But at the same time, you know, this job is hard as shit, man, and you know, I'm not a veteran or nothing, so I gotta take it for what it is. Being green on any day is a positive. And I just have some things to work on. You know, 1 or 2 mistakes a day kind of eats into the profits. So that's pretty much it. Oh, I did want to go into a stock that I found before I head out. I found this stock, AQUA, and man, I was about to swing this thing because I really like how it broke this downward sloping trend line. This hit it once, hit it twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and we finally broke through on good volume. So I have this AQUA on my follow through list for tomorrow. Obviously, it's kind of confusing when the market's red. You know, do you still want to be taking longs? I don't know, but I really like this daily. And then on the 5-minute, you know, held up versus SPY pretty well. And even, you know, rallied with SPY as well. And then there was one other one. I don't know if anyone mentioned these, but Fwonk, never fucking heard of it. Liberty Media Corporation. I don't know what that is, but anyways, look at this daily. Broke above this horizontal resistance here last week. Still been building, and then it's breaking out. So we are getting a little bit, overextended. But if there's any follow through tomorrow, I'd like to get in on a long on this stock. Look at this, from 155 all the way to close. Look at these nice little grind higher. So those are two I have on my list for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll try to do a little bit better, try to close out this month strong. And I've kind of come to grips with, hey man, if I close out this month at a break even, I think that's solid. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try recording another video at the recapping my first 3 months and my top kind of lessons that have been helping me. But at the end of the day, I got a lot more work to do. So there we go. Wifey's calling, so I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Hope you guys kept it green. Leave some comments below. Appreciate you guys for watching, following the journey. See you later.